Yo, okay, so I just want to quickly explain what a database is, how it works, why you shouldn't be scared of it. So what is a database? I think a database is the best way to think about it is just a collection, object that stores data across time. And that object, if you programmed, can have anything, name, year, uh, email. Let's say the object, we'll call it the object user. Um, Year, age. We can have all kinds of data in it and store all kinds of attributes. And these are attributes in databases. This is called a model. And these can get, you can have as many models as you want on your database. Um, and so the question is, well, how do I create one? Well, you could store databases locally. You can host them in a server. Um, Usually you'll have a client. So basically it's an object that holds all of your objects. So let's just say like Prisma, for example. Your Prisma, it can be a Prisma client object. And we could do operations on it the way you would do operations on any object. And so one might ask itself, it's like, well, what kind of operations can you do? All the operations you can do on a database are CRUD. And the first one is create. So you can create data, you can read data, you can update it, and you can delete it. And that's all you can do on a database, basically. There's a bunch of stuff you can do, but these are the foundational actions you can take on a database. So now that we have our database, which is Prisma, and it holds a user object in it, we could get a user, which is Prisma dot users dot read. You can get all of them. You can get a user by their name. You can get them by the year they were born, by an ID or whatever. Um, and you can read that data. And that's basically how you create tables like a model, what kind of operations you can do onto those tables, and how you instantiate a database. And that can be locally hosted or that can be hosted by somebody else. Um, and I just want you to understand how easy it is to create a database. The Prisma docs are super easy to understand. It takes like 15 minutes to set one up. And for some reason, for years, it was elusive to me how databases worked. And it really is just this. You create objects. I mean, and there's many kinds of databases, right? There's like MySQL, there's NoSQL, there's Mongo, which is like truly like an object database. There's Prisma, Postgres, which this kind of is. But the main points that you have to get across is that a model is an object with attributes that you operate onto. And you can read those attributes, you can create those attributes, you can update and delete them. And it really is that simple. It's not that complicated. You can do it. Take a deep breath, and best of luck. Cheers.